a message of love, healing, and divine guidance. The truth about a past connection. Dear soul, the angels are reaching out to you with love, compassion, and clarity. They are connecting with your energy to bring understanding about someone you once loved deeply, especially in relation to February 14th. This date, often filled with expectations and emotions, has long carried a sense of mystery for you. You felt that something important was hidden beneath the surface, and your heart has often wondered whether the love you gave was truly received and returned in the way you believed. The angels gently reveal that while your love was real and meaningful, there were illusions surrounding the connection. These illusions may have been caused by fear, confusion, or unresolved wounds in the person you loved. They may have struggled to express their emotions clearly or fully embrace the love you offered, not because it wasn't felt, but because they were uncertain or hesitant, possibly burdened by internal battles or external expectations. Still, the love between you was genuine. It carried a deep emotional and spiritual significance that touched both of your souls. The angels want you to know that what you felt was not a mistake, and the bond you shared was not one-sided. Your love was profound and sacred. It was part of your soul's growth and purpose. Even though it did not unfold as you had hoped, it helped shape who you are and guided you along your spiritual journey. The angels ask you to trust in the love you once experienced, not with regret, but with gratitude. Sometimes, love enters our lives not to stay forever, but to awaken something within us, to teach us about ourselves, and to prepare us for the kind of love that is truly aligned with our soul's purpose. The love you had may have been fleeting in time, but its impact was lasting. It was witnessed and honored by the universe. There was a possibility for commitment, for stability, and for a deeper future with this person. But life's circumstances pulled you in different directions. Though it may not have fully manifested in the physical world, the energy of love between you was real. The angels ask you to honor what was, instead of mourning what could have been. Not all love stories are meant to last forever. Some are meant to transform us, to serve as stepping stones towards something greater. You are now being led toward a new chapter, one filled with the kind of love that is steady, supportive, and everlasting. The past has taught you what your heart truly needs and deserves. The love you're moving toward will be open, expressive, and fulfilling. It will not leave you wondering or doubting, but will bring peace and clarity to your heart. The angels are preparing you for this love, and they want you to trust in divine timing. Even if your past connection ended, it left behind a gift of self-awareness, wisdom, and emotional growth. It has made you stronger, more compassionate, and more in tune with your soul. The sadness you felt is valid, but it should not overshadow the joy and beauty of the moments you shared. Those memories were real, and they had purpose. They brought light into your life and helped you become who you are today. The angels want to remind you that you are deserving of a love that doesn't ask you to chase, to wait, or to question your worth. You are worthy of a love that chooses you fully, without hesitation. The future holds this kind of love for you, one that celebrates you, values you, and brings the security and happiness you long for. Let go of the belief that what was lost was the only love you'll ever experience. That chapter may be over, but the book of your life still has many pages left, and the most beautiful ones are still unwritten. Sometimes people come into our lives to show us what love could be, so that when real, lasting love arrives, we recognize it. This person was part of your journey, but not your final destination. There was a soul connection, a bond that mattered, even if they couldn't fully step into it. Their silence or withdrawal was not a reflection of your value, but of their own uncertainty. The angels ask you to release any lingering doubts. You were loved, even if it wasn't expressed perfectly. Let go of the waiting. Let go of the idea that love must look a certain way or come from a specific person. The universe has heard your prayers and seen your heart, and it is already working to bring you the kind of love you truly need. A love that will support you through all seasons of life, that will be consistent and clear, and that will never leave you guessing. You are not meant to live in the past or to keep wondering what could have been. You are meant to move forward with hope. The angels surround you now with reassurance and peace. They affirm that what you experienced was not an illusion. The connection was real, and it mattered. There were shared dreams, emotions, and moments of true joy. Whether they were short-lived or not, those moments were divine gifts, not to be forgotten or dismissed. They were part of your soul's plan, part of your becoming. You might have felt a deep sense of waiting in this connection, a belief that this person would one day return, realize the depth of what you shared, and take a step toward you. But the angels ask you to reflect. Are you meant to keep waiting for someone who could not see your worth when your love was already in their hands? Love should not be delayed indefinitely. Your soul is meant to evolve, to grow, and to embrace new blessings. If this person was unsure, if they were caught between their heart and their responsibilities, then their hesitation was their journey to walk, not yours to hold onto. The angels lovingly ask you to release the idea that your future is tied to someone who could not walk beside you when it mattered most. It's time to step into your own light, to embrace your own path, and to prepare for the kind of love that is already making its way to you. Believe that the universe is aligning everything in your favor. Love is not limited to what you've already known. It is ever expanding. It is always present. The love you seek is also seeking you. The foundation for it is already being laid in your life. All you need to do is remain open, keep your faith, and continue walking forward. The angels ask you to trust in divine timing. The past relationship played its part, and now the energy of your soul is being drawn towards something even more extraordinary. This next chapter is not about pain or waiting. It is about joy, unity, and divine fulfillment. The person who is meant for you will recognize your worth immediately. They will cherish your heart without fear or doubt. And when this love arrives, it will feel like coming home. Hold on to the hope that love is not behind you. It is ahead of you. The most meaningful, lasting, and beautiful love of your life is still to come. The love you shared in the past was a teacher, not your destination. It helped awaken your heart and showed you the depth of what you are capable of feeling and giving. Now, the angels want you to let go with love. Release the past not with bitterness, but with gratitude. You are not walking away empty. You are carrying the strength, wisdom, and clarity that only real love can bring. And with every step forward, you are moving closer to the love that will stand strong, unwavering, and true. Love, in its truest form, never truly disappears. It may change forms, it may shift directions, but it always leaves an imprint on the soul. The love you experienced was not in vain. It mattered. It still does. But now it's time to let it take its place in your heart, not as something to grieve, but as something to bless. The angels are guiding you towards something that will not leave you waiting, something that will not leave you confused or hurt. You are being called into a new beginning, one where your heart is finally met with the love, devotion, and joy it deserves. The past chapter was necessary, but it is not the end. Your story is still unfolding, and the most breathtaking parts are yet to be written. So, dear one, believe in the love that's coming. Release the illusions, the sadness, and the need for closure. Everything that needed to happen did. Everything that needed to be felt was felt. Now is the time to walk with faith, to open your heart again, and to trust that the universe is aligning everything to bring you exactly what your soul has been longing for. You are loved, you are supported, and you are being led to a love that will not pass you by. The most beautiful chapter of your love story is still ahead, and when it arrives, it will be everything you hoped for and more. You were always enough. A message of love, clarity, and release. There once was a love that entered your life with intensity and beauty, like a sudden flame that brought warmth and light. The person you loved deeply may have made you feel special, seen, and cherished in ways no one else ever had. They touched your heart with words, gestures, and energy that felt magical. When they were around, it felt like something out of a story, a moment where destiny met desire. And yet, something was always slightly out of reach. Something inside them was always searching, always wondering if there was something more on the horizon. They may have loved you, but a part of their heart remained divided, torn between what they felt and what they feared, between embracing love and chasing freedom, between being present and looking ahead. The angels want you to understand a powerful truth. This was never about you not being enough. You gave your heart, your presence, your love, and your energy. You were open, willing, and ready to build something meaningful. But sometimes, people come into our lives during their own periods of transition, moments when they're still trying to understand who they are, what they want, and where they're going. This person may have been on such a journey. As much as they felt the connection with you, they were not fully ready to meet you at the level of commitment and presence that your heart deserved. Their uncertainty wasn't a reflection of your value. It was a sign that they still had work to do within themselves. You became a light on their path, a moment of warmth in their personal search for meaning. Your love was genuine, and the moments you shared were real. But love is not only about feeling, it's about choosing. Choosing to show up, choosing to stay, choosing to build, even when fear or doubt whispers otherwise. If someone is always looking toward the horizon, wondering what else might be out there, they can easily miss the treasure right in front of them. The angels want you to hear this clearly. You were never lacking. You were a gift. But love must be reciprocal. It must be met with equal energy, willingness, and effort. You should never have to convince someone to see your worth or wait endlessly for them to decide if they're ready for you. Perhaps you've been holding on to the idea that this love was unfinished, that there's something more to be said, something left to unfold. Maybe a part of you believed that one day they would return and realize what they lost. But the angels urge you to shift your focus. What if the lesson wasn't about waiting, but about letting go. What if this connection was meant to awaken you, not define you? What if love isn't something you're meant to chase, but something that comes to you freely, without question or delay? This person may have felt the connection, but they weren't ready to take the steady steps required to make it last. They may have been a dreamer, romantic and emotionally intense, but lacking the ability to ground their feelings in reality. Their love could feel vivid one moment and distant the next. They may have loved the idea of love more than the work and vulnerability it requires. This doesn't mean they were cruel or manipulative. In their own way, they cared. But love that is unstable cannot build a lasting future. And you, dear one, deserve love that stays. Love that doesn't waver. Love that doesn't keep you guessing. How long must your heart wait for someone to make up their mind? The love that is meant for you will not leave you wondering. It will not be afraid of the depths of your heart. It will not stand on the shore watching you drift away while unsure whether to swim after you. The love you deserve is not hesitant. It meets you where you are and walks beside you, hand in hand. The angels remind you that you don't need closure from them to move forward. The truth is already within you. If they couldn't choose you fully, that says more about their readiness than your worth. You are not meant to be someone's almost. You are meant to be someone's always. And if this person couldn't offer you that, it's time to accept that this connection served its purpose. And now, its time has passed. You may have believed that with just a bit more time or patience, things would align. But love doesn't need to be delayed until someone is done wandering. You are not a stop along the way. You are a destination. And those who are meant to walk beside you will not hesitate when they find you. It's okay to feel sadness, to grieve what could have been. But don't let that sorrow trick you into believing that the story isn't over unless they come back. The angels are clear. This love was meant to be experienced, not meant to be forever. It awakened something within you, helped you understand the depths of your own emotions, and maybe even showed you what you're truly looking for. And now, you're ready to receive the kind of love that does not make you question your value. There's something new coming, something real, something that doesn't ask you to wait, or beg, or prove. But before it can arrive, you must release the old energy, the illusion that this love was incomplete. It wasn't incomplete. It played its part. And now you are free. Free to move forward. Free to believe again. Free to expect more. Not just in love, but in life. The angels also reveal that this person may have carried an energy of strength and stability. They might have appeared mature, successful, disciplined, perhaps even as someone who seemed capable of building a life of security. And yet, behind that exterior was someone deeply attached to control, logic, or societal expectations. They may have cared for you, but prioritized structure over emotion, logic over spontaneity, and caution over vulnerability. Even if they felt deeply, they may have struggled to show it. They might have believed that love was important, but only once everything else in life was in place. To them, duty may have come before heart, but love that waits for the right time is often love that never arrives. You may have felt like you had to prove yourself to them to earn a place in their world, to fit into their idea of a perfect life. But that's not love. It's performance. Love is not something you should have to work endlessly for. Love is not a reward for fitting someone's mold. You are not meant to shrink to be accepted. You are meant to be fully seen, fully embraced, exactly as you are. This person may have seen your value but didn't have the courage to meet you emotionally. They may have believed they were doing the right thing by staying guarded, by making logical choices. They may have convinced themselves that it was best to stay distant or reserved, thinking they were protecting both of you. But in reality, they were protecting themselves from vulnerability, from risk, from the unknown depth that true love requires. The angels want you to know this. The reason this love didn't grow was not because you lacked anything. It's because they couldn't open fully. They couldn't release the control. They couldn't surrender to the beauty and unpredictability of true love. And that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with where they are in their soul's journey. You deserve more than what they were able to offer. You deserve a love that is not afraid to feel deeply. A love that does not put structure above intimacy. A love that chooses you openly, bravely, and without hesitation. A love that is present, not someday, not in a perfect future, but here now. The angels remind you to reflect. Did this love nurture your soul? Did it leave you feeling emotionally full or emotionally drained? Did you feel held? Or did you feel like you were constantly trying to reach someone just out of touch? Love should not feel like a transaction or a puzzle. It should feel like home. You are not meant to wait to be chosen. You are not meant to wait until someone decides that the timing is right. You are meant to be loved fully, not conditionally. The right love will not make you feel like you are too much or not enough. It will not weigh logic against your heart. It will not ask you to compromise your worth. The angels embrace you now with warmth and grace. They remind you that this love, however powerful it felt, was not your forever. It was a moment, a chapter, a lesson. And now, the page is turning. What awaits is something greater, something more aligned with the love you've always dreamed of, something that does not carry the weight of confusion, delay, or hesitation. You are meant to be with someone who doesn't wait until life is perfect to choose you. You are meant to be with someone who sees you as a priority, not an afterthought. You are meant for a love that comes with certainty, not maybes. And the angels want you to walk toward that love, not backward toward what might have been. So breathe deeply. Let go of what you've been carrying. The sorrow, the questions, the waiting. Allow your heart to release the illusion that this love was incomplete. It was complete in its purpose. And now, that purpose has been fulfilled. There is nothing more you need to do. There is nothing more you need to prove. Love will find you, not because you chase it, but because you are finally ready to receive it. Freely, fully, fearlessly. Amen.